Oh no. I'm sorry. Thank you, Brownie. I did forget to unmute myself. Right, what was I saying? Um, Hi. I'm Italian Trevere. I always try to avoid muting my mic just because I know I'm gonna forget to unmute it. But this time I was like finishing up my dinner just before stream, so I just didn't want to like have my chewing on in the background. I'm so sorry. Um, anyway, hi, I'm Talion Trevere. This is What Remains of Edith Finch. Welcome, Brownie and Vucky. I'm glad you're here. This is one of my favorite games. Yeah, it's been really fun so far. I was saying when I was muted, no chewing ASMR. Yeah, sorry. Um, I had to end last stream a little bit early because it was giving me some motion sickness. I did read online that turning on the reticle can help with that. So now there's a little dot in the center of the screen. Hopefully that will make the game somewhat more manageable. But yeah, we might have to do another shorter stream this time. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, this is how far we've gotten. We've gone through 3 of the stories so far, and I think we're done with what was on the, I guess, second floor. Oh my gosh, I forgot. It's right trigger to activate things. Merry Christmas Eve. Yeah, happy almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas to anyone who celebrates.
Like me playing with the music box.
Is this the right way I'm going? Yeah, this way. So, yeah, I think our options now are either go up the stairs here or go down and check out the music box. I kind of want to go check out the music box. I apparently didn't do this.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
Yeah, I think we saw that last time, but because the game like auto saves, it put us back to before then. Right. The other thing is that I remember, right, after last stream, I realized, I think the game kind of leads you to believe that the title is about, you know, Edith, our protagonist here that we're playing as, but it might not be. I'm thinking that it's actually pretty likely that the Edith Finch in the title is actually Edith Finch Sr., great grandma Edie. So that's what I'm currently thinking.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
I think the game's really leading me to try to go explore the music box again, and I think that will be a good thing to do. Really hope people did your Christmas things. Yeah, I mean, I guess... So I don't personally celebrate, but I would imagine there's some, you know, preparations to make tonight if you're celebrating tomorrow. So, yeah, I hope... Why is it so dark? Is that just for me, or is something wrong with my game? I feel like it wasn't this dark when I was here last time. Like, I think my screen brightness might be down or something. I did absolutely nothing today. And Edith Finch is an Edith Finch after all. Yeah, exactly. We do that and we just keep turning until something happens. There we go. Oh, that part was not me. It just did that automatically. All right, what's down the stairs? I recognize this part. Oh, you are way too excited for that. What's this gonna be? No hints or spoilers, by the way. Just in case it wasn't clear. Oh, well, there's Sven. It's so fun to me that, like, just the way this house was built results in a very, it kind of physically represents the timeline, you know? That it starts out with the original generations on the bottom, and then as you go up, presumably they kept building more floors for the later generations.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Honestly, that's entirely fair for Mom to say. Oh boy. I'd live happily here. It's a cool house, but I could see how someone would find it creepy, especially with all of the sealed off memorial rooms. That's so cool. Look at that. Like a big dragon thing. But yeah, this place was also featured in our previous story about Barbara. So, some shit's gone down here. Robbers won't stand a
I saw
chance.
Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Okay, seriously, is it supposed to be this dark? I cannot see anything.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
She is not hiding presents. Is this a door? Because I don't want to, like, necessarily go into other places until I've explored this. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can... I don't know if I can increase the brightness on my screen here. But seriously, I cannot see a thing. Well, except over there. Can I not go in there? That's totally blocked off. Maybe we can go around via that door. I guess this is the way to go then.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Well. What's going on here? Well.
I remember
Oh, that's
asking
fun.
Mom once about where Walter had gone.
That's concerning. And I, once again, can't see anything.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Understandable. Was he living in the basement? Is
Think
that
there's
what
a
we're
pattern in all
implying?
these stories.
Oh my god.
I
What?
think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Are you kidding me? What? What? Highly concerning. Highly, highly concerning. What the heck is all this? That's seasonings of various kinds. There's Walter. Poor guy, though. Like, did he literally live in the basement for years and nobody even knew he was there? 2005. Like, holy shit. Would have been in here for ages. What the hell? This is a real... I don't want to spoil things for other stuff. But... Wow. He has like a painting of the outside because he's literally in the basement. That's so sad. This is awful. Alright, let's find out about him then.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
I don't like that goodbye, everyone.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Shaking. So wait, this is 1968. How old would he have been at this point? So he's like 16. Oh my gosh. Walter isn't real, but his story is very real. So it's would have been 8 years after Barbara's death then also.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Are there normally this many earthquakes around here? What's going on? What's the deal with the earthquakes?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
Monster on the
friendly.
other side of the door.
And then one day, everything just
Well,
stopped.
that's it then.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Yeah, this monster presumably was
It's been a week now.
in his
The longest
imagination.
in 30 years.
But what was the deal with it?
I'm done waiting. I have to leave.
Oh
I
no.
still can.
That's very concerning. Okay, before we do this, is there anything that we can see around here? Doesn't look like there is. I think whatever this is our only option. Where does this go now? But yeah, I'm really hoping he actually was like trying to get out or something and just died in like an accident and not like he did it on purpose, you know? But I guess we're about to find out.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara
Yeah.
and Molly.
And Molly. I'd like to see this house listed on Zillow.
And Calvin.
Hmm. What is all this? Just trash? Is his trash?
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Real estate agent gonna have an aneurysm trying to figure this one out, yeah. What? The heck is this?
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Aww.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun in my face.
What the fuck? What? What was that? Oh my god.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Like both ways before you cross the street, kids. Yeah, but like, how do we know that? Is that actually how he died? Because like, obviously he didn't write about that in his notes. How did we figure that out? I'm confused. Oh my god, I keep doing that. Because I keep seeing the book here and assuming it's back in the menu. Oh man, I feel so bad for him though. This is terrible. Is there actually a way
I'm sure
like
my
into...
mom was trying to protect me.
I guess we can see where this actually leads. It like how much of this is real is what I'm always asking with these stories. Yeah, look both ways before you cross the railroad, exactly. I was like, I don't know, what if he actually got out?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Because, like, given the ending of that, it genuinely doesn't seem like
But if she never
he was
told me
trying to
about an
die.
uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
All right. Moment of truth. Where does this lead?
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Oh, it's so sad. There it is.
Now that there's only one of us left. Or maybe two.
Maybe two? Are you thinking he's maybe still
I
alive?
thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else.
Or I guess
But
she
now
might be
I
talking
know
about
the
someone
stories
else.
themselves might be the problem.
Stories themselves.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse. We made it real.
Yeah. That's kind of messed up, putting a train on his little memorial. Well, I think he had, like, a little train inside as well, so maybe he just liked trains. But still. Fucked up. Beautiful, though. Look at that. Where do I go now? Can I get back up? Where the hell am I going? I can't see anything. Alright, let's try going back out there. Can I borrow $10? What for? I don't imagine I can Doritos. Oh, here we go. Here's the path.
I don't know if I should even be
Doritos are
writing
$10
this.
nowadays. Man, inflation.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Who is she talking to?
And the history you're a part of.
Is she talking to me?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Does this remind you of a movie? Not like a specific one, but it's definitely very cinematic. Ooh, are we gonna get in through the back this time? It would be a good Booker movie, yeah. I mean, I think it works really well in this medium, too. Is there anything we can see over here? We'll also go this way.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Yeah, there's definitely
What kind of
been a
family
lot of crazy
finishes
stuff.
building a cemetery before starting the house?
That is concerning.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
That's
3
kind
of
of
the gerbils are
understandable.
mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy. Wow.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Yeah, she does seem like the kind who would be interested in that. Oh, look at that. That's really cute, actually. Oh. Did she design her own, like, headstone, too? What's this one supposed to be? I can't even tell. Is there something inside that hole? I get so much hate for this, but great stories shouldn't be games first. I mean, I think just different stories are better suited to different mediums, you know? Like, there are some stories that should be told as books or as movies or as games or whatever.
My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
What is this story supposed to be? Oh, are they holding a baby there? Is this,
She could see
Odin?
it poking out of the water at low tide.
What is that? What's that light over there? Oh, Walter has a train on his grave because most of the deaths have, or the graves have something related to their deaths. I didn't see a train, but that would make sense. I mean, the little, like, memorial...
It's always easier for me to understand.
The little memorial back on the railroad had a train. Is there a term for playing a game wrong? I don't think so. You just call it playing the game wrong. Oh, there's a little person in there, I think. On little, like, trees. I don't see the train, though. I'm sure he's standing at the opening of the tunnel. Yeah, I think that's it. I think you're right. Well, I'm sure we're about to find out what this is supposed to mean. Very curious, though. How do I, like... There we go.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
The old house. It got destroyed, I guess. It looks like it got flooded. Like, did the water levels just, like, rise and submerge it? What happened? Huh. Oh, so this is like great-great-grandpa standing on the collapsing house as Edie and presumably Edie and Sven and their baby escape on a boat? Wow. Very dramatic.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
It's kind of sad that they don't get, like, fancy, creative graves. They just have, like, normal graves. Sam, Gus, and Gregory. Yeah. Ah. To get around this thing. Hey, Koki, welcome to the
She lost two of her
stream.
brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Oh. There's one non-Finch, or I'm assuming Finch by marriage, though it looks like he didn't take the name, I guess?
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
She did give you the key, so I think that's a good bet. What's your favorite death so far? I don't know.
But looking
I think
back on
maybe
it now,
Molly? That was a really interesting one. There's a lot going on.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
Do I have to climb up the tree or something? Where am I going from
I
here?
never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
That's who she's talking about. I'd been wondering about that, but I figured she was a little bit young to have a child, but I guess she's what, like 16 or 17? That's maybe a little uncommon, but not too crazy. Climb up this.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Oh,
They were both pretty intense.
nice bear. Oh, wow.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
That bear looks delicious. Well, there he is.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I guess with a family history like this, that's not that strange. What is with that cat? Okay. I think that was, his wife, presumably? I guess that's a box of her stuff, probably. Airline tickets. K. Finch. Oh, did she, like... Maybe she, like, moved away somewhere and he was planning to visit her? Alright. Let's see what happened. Oh, there's a ring. Oh, of course it's photos.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Where's Mom?
It's too early, Dad. Okay.
Take a picture of her? Yep.
Perfect.
There we go.
It's gonna rain
That's
the whole
cute.
weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Smile, Dawn.
This is a really creative little mechanic. Yep. Odin Finch Trail. Oh yeah, I remember that was mentioned before at some point, right? Alright, let's go.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Nothing quite like being outside.
It's really what we have to take a photo of. What if we just take photos of other things too?
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess.
He's just gonna keep peeing until I take a photo, isn't he?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Hold still.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Wow. That's a really weird thing
I'm
to
just
take a
saying,
picture of.
I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
I don't know if I should,
Give me a
like...
minute to check the map.
Like, I don't know at one point I want to progress or if I want to, like, keep waiting for more dialogue, but I think we're probably good now.
Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
That's cute. I mean, I don't know. What else can I take pictures of? Just this other random stuff?
What was it?
Yeah, birds.
Could have
Take
been.
pictures of this stuff. Camping equipment. Are there any birds around here? I didn't see birds. There are probably birds somewhere. Oh, there's birds.
Good eyes, Dawn.
Pretty bird. Oh. Yeah, there's definitely stuff to take pictures of here, huh? Oh.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Where is she? Ah, okay. Ah, there she is.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
That is intense.
Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready.
Oof.
Great shot, Dawn!
Oh, wow. Caught it on camera. Oh, poor kid. Oh. Are you gonna take a picture of her crying there? That's so awful. Why would you photograph that? Like, I would understand wanting to celebrate her kill, but if she's clearly unhappy about it, it's so sad.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
The deer falls off the cliff and no food. Yeah, I mean, I guess then it's food for the other animals.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oops. Oh, I see how this works. So we set the timer and then run. Oh.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn.
Oh my
Just
god, is it
focus
gonna
on the
kill
camera.
him?
Try not to think.
Dad!
Holy shit. The fact that they got that on camera is also horrifying.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I can understand why she didn't want to talk about it. That was a really cool one, though. I liked the mechanic of that. But yeah, I guess that's little mom over there. There's a ring. Wait, what's this? Oh, it's what's the what's Sam and Calvin, right? And yeah, the astronaut stuff is probably in memory of Calvin. All right, what's this now?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
What is... Oh. Hello? This was the one that died at like 1 year old, right? That's horrifying. So I guess this was all that was. I guess he had his embellished a little bit.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Oh, and he's got like a little mohawk. Oops. That picture is horrifying. I hate it. What is that? Is that something from like the doctors or something? Some kind of report? Divorce contract. Oh shit. Yeah, with K.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
What's he gonna do? Uh-oh. Oh no, I don't like this. Gregory's 1 year old, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it matters if he hears it. I mean, to some extent, children can understand things, but... yeah.
Things happen. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh, that's sad. Oh man, putting the, like, shower toys in here is... it's dark. I still hate that painting, though. That's so terrible. Alright, let's check out Gus, then. He seems like he's gonna be fun. You did Gregory dirty with the painting, I know.
Who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
At least not very hard, goddamn. Yeah, wedding. Who's getting married? So, did Sam get another wife? What does this text say?
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife.
That is odd that he would marry someone that his children hadn't met. But yeah, it's a tale as old as time, I guess. Parents being, or children being unhappy with the new stepmom. Alright, where are we going?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
He's a character, huh?
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh. Alright.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
This is not going well.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
This is really cool, though. Ooh. Irresponsible dad noises, yep. I wish that. Oh.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you. She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
What's all this? With sympathy, deepest sympathy. I hate the name Gus, I don't know why. I mean, it's not a very, like, pleasant sounding name, I would say. I mean, it's fine. It's just, like, it's whatever. Yeah, I guess people sending in their condolences for... Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is very, regimented. There are definitely worse names, yeah. It's true. Greg be a baby! That's so cute, actually, though. But this seems a little harsh. Raise flag at 7:30 a.m. Wow. Is this a fire extinguisher? Yeah. Like an old-timey one, I guess. House rules. Emergency evacuation plan. Man, yeah, Dad was serious, huh? Why do they all each have their own light switch? That's weird. Oh, that's so cool. They have their own climbing wall.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Makes sense.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
That's barely anywhere. Oh, this is a cute room. It's a little, like... New agey, almost, kinda? Holy Bible, huh? It's got, like, incense. Rosary.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Fly to India. June 1987. That was a while ago, though, right? When did she die? Yeah. She was around for a long while. I guess this was from her original trip to India. Well, I guess she didn't use this room after a while, right? Like, I don't imagine she lived here, like, as an adult. Ways to teach critical thinking. Yeah, all these, like, applications and stuff, presumably for her trip.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
She
Louis
managed to
was
get
born a
really
year
far
later.
away. I know. Go out here. Hello. There we go. What did you miss? Not much, I don't think. Because you were here when we entered Dawn's room. We just kind of looked around a little bit. Is this moving on? Should I check there first before going here? I guess I'll check here. Alright. Dawn time, I guess. And she can, like, look down from here and see her dead brother's stuff. That's so weird.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Yeah, I guess this isn't, like, her memorial yet. This is just her old room. We're progressing through these pretty quickly,
When my
though.
dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Oh, yeah, she just came back after her husband died, huh?
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Oh, this is cute.
And to see kids in the house again.
So were they all born abroad? In India, presumably? And then Dawn just came back with them afterwards? That's what it sounds like.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yep, we're adding another floor here. You can still see that glow in the distance.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Are they homeschooled in here? Why is there like a classroom? Weird. They're like a family class pet. This is weird.
But it didn't last.
They have whole like presentations about their family history. That's a lot. Imagine living with this family. I know, right? They have lore. Mrs. Finch. I'd be the second one to die. Experiment with exclamation points. Relief efforts end in disaster. Oh no. Whoops. I wonder if this is how Sanjay died? Volunteers are injured or dead after effects of a second earthquake. I guess that's the fam.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Why? Okay, if you're gonna build this crazy house, why would you build bridges like this? Like, why not just build a regular bridge? This just is asking for trouble.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Yeah, his, was that his grave that had a brush?
think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Mm. It's got a little crown. Cute. Alright, let's see what the heck happened to Milton. So are we down to just the... Well, just the kids, and then there's Dawn and Edie. Alright. We're slowly making our way towards the end. Magic paintbrush.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Oops. I did not mean to do that. How do I control this? Oh, here we go. This is a massive flip book. What did that tell us?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Huh. Just painted a portal and went through it. I mean, I guess that's... We don't actually know anything, so that's sufficiently vague. Did he leave? So, okay, how... Would have been 11. Hello, radio, welcome. We've been progressing through the game pretty quickly. I feel like these stories have been kind of shorter than the last ones, and the motion sickness is also better. I turned on the reticule, as you can see here, and it's not perfect. It's still a little bit off, but it's not making me, like, feel sick. Just only a tiny bit. Now that I'm talking about it, it's feeling worse. I'm just gonna ignore it and hope it goes away.
Searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Good to hear, but you're glitching. Oh no. How am I glitching? Is the game glitching? Is my... Oh, I see what you're talking about now. What the heck was that? I saw it. What was that? Oh my god. What is that? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna... That is so cursed! Actually, the way I see it on OBS in my stream is actually less cursed than how I see it on my VTube Studio. I'm gonna restart VTube Studio. One sec. Be right back. What was that? Thanks for telling me, though. I did not notice at all. I have relatively little screen space. I have like 3 windows open on top of each other, so I can't necessarily see what's happening in which window unless I focus on it. Alright. Are we back? Hang on a sec. Is it calibrated correctly? I think so. I think we're good. Okay. Sorry about that. That was new. I've never seen that happen before. Do we want to go back out? Was there somewhere else to go here? Now we're ready to roll, yeah. I feel like there was somewhere else, yeah.
Mom didn't want it getting out.
Whatever he had found, Mom didn't want it getting out. What does that mean? What I miss? You missed a number of stories. So I think, were you here till the end of last stream? So last stream we had gotten through just Molly, Barbara, and Calvin, I think. So this time, first of all, we went down to the basement and found that Great Uncle Walter had been living there for years and years. Like, I think they had been told that he disappeared or something, but he was actually living in the basement for like 30 years. As you can see, he died in 2005. He smashed a hole in the wall and went out into a tunnel onto a railroad track and got hit by a train. So that's lovely. Then there was Grandpa Sam, who took his daughter Dawn out on a hunting trip, and then a deer threw him off a cliff. There was baby Gregory, who was having lots of fun in the bathtub, and his mom went to take a call with Grandpa Sam because they were like having relationship problems, and she left him unattended, and he turned the water on and drowned. And then there was Gus, who is our uncle, I guess, and he was at, so Sam had been getting remarried, and Gus was not happy about this. He didn't want a stepmom, and he was standing like outside the wedding, and there was a big storm, and it blew away the wedding tent, and it like hit him and killed him. So yeah, there was that. And then just now we're finally getting to Edith's generation. So we just learned about Milton, Edith's brother, who disappeared, and we don't really know what happened to him. We went into his room, and there was a flip book that showed him like painting himself a door and going through it. And then he just went through that mysterious door and was never seen again. We don't know what actually happened to him. Oh yeah, and we've also found out that Edith is recording all of this for her
Mom
child.
definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Edith is... Yeah, all that in 1 hour. Yeah, we've been going through a lot. Yeah, we found out that Edith, the Edith that we're playing as, is pregnant.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
So, yeah, she's recording all this stuff about her family for her future child. Back what I miss. Brownie, you did not miss too much, because radio just came in and I was recapping what we had done so far. You did also miss me glitching, I think.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Interesting. This is a wild room, though. That's very cool. Also, I got an achievement. Whoa. That is cool. That's quite a room. I don't know if I want to be up here. What the heck? This is creepy. I don't know where else I can go from here, though. This entire house is a hazard. I guess I can go up this ladder. Yeah, no place for a pregnant lady to be. Yeah, she was literally like, if I had known how much climbing this would involve, I would not have come here this pregnant.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Yeah, I was gonna say pot. Yeah. Yeah. What does that say? Theodore's Quality Cigars. Lewis Finch locker contents. Oof. A bit of a gamer, it looks like. High school diploma. So let's see. He would have been 22 when he died. He lived mostly in like the 90s. Alright, well, let's find out what the deal is with him. From his mom. Institute of Psychology.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
Oh my god, what
Newly
is this?
sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
I remember seeing a clip of this at some point, of the fish
He kept working at the clinic,
thing.
but he withdrew part of himself.
What am I supposed to do? What do I do with this fish? Ah, there we go. Oh. No, no!
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
I take that fish back. There we go. There we go.
His mind began to wander.
Whoa! Whoa, what?
I asked him to describe it.
What is going on?
He said he started small.
No! Give me back my fish.
Imagining a labyrinth.
I don't imagine there's actually a right way to go here. I
He'd
think we
feel
just
his
kind of
way
wander around. This is
And something
wild.
Bats.
Sorry if I'm like not reading chat much, but like I have to control two things at once right now.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Get this. There we go. Oh my god, what?
He took it very seriously.
He does seem to be a gamer, so I
I
guess
had
it's like an
hoped to find
RPG
himself.
kind of thing that he's envisioning for himself. Whoa. Okay, yeah, the clips I saw did not include this. This is
But he found
nuts.
something more.
What?
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
This way? Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
I spoke with his
don't
boss,
get yourself hurt on any kind of
but he
machinery,
said Lewis
please.
had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
I wouldn't say focused.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
So like the jiggle physics on the fish, you know it's still fresh, yeah.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Tokyo.
Oof.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
I feel like the fish are coming slower now, and I appreciate that. It gives me a little bit more wiggle room.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
feel like the fantasy is like taking up more and more of
And
the
he was always
screen.
humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Oh god, the fish. Not the fish.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
Oops.
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination.
Well, yeah.
So he could do whatever he wished.
Oh, I don't like that. That's a dangerous line of thinking.
He held an election for mayor. And he won.
I mean, I'm glad he's enjoying himself, but... Where are we going now?
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Wow.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot
Minneapolis.
to go home from the cannery.
Uh-oh.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, Heart of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh god.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen? Sure, let's go with that.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents, sure, why not?
sinister serpents.
Oh, can't forget my fish.
He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar. That sounds cooler.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh gosh, it's completely gone. Just the fish left now.
He knew the world was all in his
Oh no, that's a
imagination.
lot of fish.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Oh, that's so cool.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
The god of this world.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Oh no.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh no, I don't like this.
He began to forget the world we know.
I do not like this. That is a lot of fish. Holy shit.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Makes sense. Can you even imagine the smell of this place? Awful. Oh, is he looking at
Began to
himself
despise the
from
man with a royal
outside?
contempt.
Oh no. He's not even doing anything anymore.
I still thought I could save him.
Where are the fish? Yeah, there's no more fish.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
On the bloody... The fish blood on the conveyor belt matching the red carpet. I ate them, my bad. Brownie, how could you? Honestly, though, there are so many fish in there that you could probably eat a whole lot and nobody would even notice.
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on inviting me. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Very enthusiastic for this moment. I mean, yeah, he's being crowned. It's a coronation. Who wouldn't be enthusiastic?
Then down his head.
Oh god, no. Oh, I don't like this. Oh no.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That's... I would say that's sad, but I feel like I've said that so many times
My brother
already.
was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Alright, so I think it's just Dawn and Edie left. There's a lot of talking for a single page letter, yeah. My favorite death of all. I think that was really cool. That's definitely my favorite so far.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Yeah, I bet Edie would not have been happy about that, huh?
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
I'd stay. Yeah, I mean, it is a very cool house, but yeah,
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
it's got some pretty fucked up stories. Mm. Makes it better. Fair, I guess.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Edith's room up here.
But it had to end one way or another.
I would read this if it was a book 100%.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
I mean, I feel like this being a book would just lose so much of it, you know? Like, so much of it comes from both kind of the cinematic presentation and the gameplay mechanics, especially that last one. Lewis, that you couldn't do that in a book. Like, that's why I say there's like different media for different things. Like, I'm sure you could tell this story in a really engaging way in a book, but it wouldn't be the same. It would be a completely different experience. It could arguably be just as good if it was well written, but it would be different. Is that a wand? What is that? Oh, it's a feather pen.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Responsible great-grandma noises. Yeah.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Can I go anywhere from here?
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
I mean, I don't know if it's her fault.
I think
The
it's
lore,
best
yeah, there's a
if
lot of
Edith
lore.
and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
I don't think she wants to go anywhere. History of the Finches by Edith Finch. Oh, it's younger Edith with her colorful little gloves. That's cute.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Was the old house accessible?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
She went back. Oh my
When the
gosh.
fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Can you see the light anywhere?
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Ooh. I love that word dandelion. Look at that.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Is this a representation of a
wanna
baby
meet
being
you.
born? Is
Tell
that what
you
we're
these
doing now?
stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this,
Are we her unborn child now?
things didn't work out that way.
That's very weird, not gonna lie.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Huh. Well, how did she die? Giving birth. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. But, like, did she... I guess, I mean, how did she know she was gonna die? Like, that makes sense. I guess the doctors must have just told her that, like, you're not gonna survive this if you decide to go through with it. But I guess that's probably what happened then. You always find games that make me cry. Yeah, I mean, I think the coolest games are the ones that make you feel things, right? I think it's a sign of a good game if it makes you invested in the story and the characters. Although you can get invested in things without it being sad necessarily. But yeah, that was a really cool game. Definitely still wondering what the heck happened to Milton. I like sad games, yeah. I think there's kind of a limit to how much sadness I want to have, but to some extent it's definitely something that I seek out in my games. Like, I want games that make me feel things. Why is... Oh, he's the Unlockables programmer, so I guess he put in an achievement for himself. That's so funny. What's up with these shadows, though? I feel like someone did something weird. The shadows on the pictures keep, like, popping in. These are cute, though. But yeah, I guess that's the end of the game. That was so cool. Just the whole house and, like, exploring its weirdness is already cool, because it's just such a fascinating and strange place. And then, like, all of the stories and, like, the mystery of the stories. I love how we don't get, like, the full truth on most of them. We get, like, a very limited and warped perspective on each of them. Like, there's some where presumably someone does know the truth, but there's others, like, with, I think, Barbara, for instance, they said, like, they don't know exactly who killed her or whatever. Scary baby, yeah. Yeah, there's just so much mystery even left at the end. But yeah, just fascinating. Really cool. It definitely makes you invested in these stories and, like, trying to figure out what happened. Walter and Lewis were my favorite. Yeah, Walter was really interesting too. Lewis definitely kind of blew the rest of them out of the water, in my opinion. that one was just so well done. Just the way it captures that feeling of like doing something just kind of on autopilot while your mind wanders. And then the way that like the fish stuff bleeds over into the fantasy. Like the way at some point the fish's head gets chopped, and that moment is when I love it rearranging to the end. That's cute. Yeah, that moment. What's it? Is the moment that the fish-shaped bar across the door breaks at the head, and all of that stuff, and of course the head chopping, which was, you know, sad and horrifying, but also like interesting how it was tied into his fantasy. So cool. Yeah, wow. Gotta watch the VOD. I'm curious about the stories I missed. Yeah. Yeah, they're really cool stories. I do feel like some of them were quite short, but I mean, a story doesn't have to be long to be good. I actually liked Gregory's too. I thought that was really cute. Like, I genuinely enjoyed just like hopping around as the frog. I thought that was very fun. Just it captured that like childhood innocence and imagination where you're just like playing around with your little bathtub toys, and it's very innocent and happy, even though, you know, it's going to end horribly. Yeah, it wasn't Gregory's fault. On the other hand, though, I feel like how do parents deal with that? Like, you can't observe your child like every second of every day. I mean, I guess it's definitely reasonable to observe them at all times while they're literally in the bathtub. But like, the fact that he was able to like turn the water on his own is like not something you would expect, you know? Like, I do think the mother is at fault, but it also like wasn't that, you know, out of line. Yeah, the unknown child is in a bathtub filled with water either way. I know, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible and very sad. But like, I don't know, I feel like it's horrible to be that mother too. Because like, no one would think that if they step away for 2 minutes, the child will die, you know? Like, no, I feel like it's very easy to make a mistake like that. It was arguably negligent, but like not even that negligent, you know? So, yeah. I feel very bad for her too, that her son died in this way. Yeah, no. She should be there to supervise. Like, especially since she had already, like, drained the water, she should have just taken the baby out of the bathtub. Probably. But, like, she probably thought that, hey, there's no water in there anymore. The baby is safe now. Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's the end of this stream. I don't really have much else to say. Just that I thought it was a super cool game. I did feel better about the motion sickness today. I think the reticle did help. So, yay. I guess we have a stream on Thursday. I'm not sure what to do with that one now. We could start a new game. We could have an art stream of some kind. I don't know. We could just take the day off and say it's sort of Christmas, except it wouldn't even be Christmas at that point. I guess I'll think about that. So, yeah, if you guys have opinions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll let you know sometime by Thursday. We'll come up with some kind of plan. All right. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I had a great time. And I hope to see you later. Bye, guys.